Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, you may recall that about a week and a half ago I got a new set of glasses, these glasses. Well, the truth is I've worked with them now for a week and a half, and I don't like the progressive lenses. They're okay for mid-range and for driving, on most cases, but the problem I have is while they are good at distance and I got good vision at distance, when you get a little bit off axis here, and like when you're changing lanes in the car or something like that, and you gotta turn your head over to see if there's anyone behind you, I don't just turn my head, I also kind of shift my eyes a little bit, and when I start looking out of the edges of the lens, the image becomes all blurry. And I don't like that because now it means I got to crank my head further to see what's happening or to get a clear image of what's happening behind me. And I don't like that. I've brought it to work and used it a couple days. Wasn't really happy with how that works. One of the other problems I run into is that when I'm reading, more often than not, I'm not reading books, but I'm like looking at a computer screen, and I tend to look straight, have the computer monitor right at eye level. But in order to do that, I either need to lower the computer monitor like this, where the image gets better, or I end up having to tip my head up to do it, and that screws up my neck. Now, they said that it may take me a week or two to get used to it, but the problem isn't getting used to these lenses. The problem is I don't like the way they work. I don't like the fact that the image gets blurry when I look out the side of the lens. I don't like the fact that I got to tip my head up to read, because then that screws up my neck and all that. So it turns out that video just went live from my perspective last night. And a lot of people initially said, oh yeah, we love the progressive lenses, they're great. But as you got a little bit further into the, a little bit more time passed between when the video was uploaded and people commented, a lot of people said that didn't like them and ended up going up with, going back and getting rid of the progressive lenses, just putting a long distance lens in it and having to deal with the fact that they're going to just have to live with two pairs of glasses. I'm kind of thinking that that's what I'm going to have to do, and I'm going to run over to LensCrafters today and figure out what we're going to have to do that. Now, one of the options I was given, and I'm sorry, I'm going to tip my head up a little bit so I can see the image clearly, one of the options I was given was to have some coatings put on the lenses that would, for instance, the transition lenses that make the lens darker when you're outside. I turned those down initially, but I think since I may, do it again, and the new lenses will probably be a little less expensive, that I'm going to probably go with the transition lenses, because that would be something that is nice when you're out on the road. I don't use sunglasses that much when I'm out on the road, but you know what, having the option of having those there, I probably will do that. So let's go back to LensCrafters and let's try this again. Alright, I'm back, and actually a little bit surprised. I got to give LensCrafters a bit of a shout out. When I bought my original glasses a couple weeks ago, the total bill was about $600 for the frame and the lenses, but they had a special going on at the time, and I got basically the lenses for half price. I ended up walking out of there about $350 for the frames and the lenses, and that was, I thought that was pretty reasonable. And when I went back there today, I figured, okay, well, I'm gonna have to pay for the lenses, and I'm figuring the lenses will probably be maybe $200, and since we're going to use the same frames, it won't cost quite as much. I expected to go out there and spend about $200. It turns out, since I'm using the same frames, and the problem was that I wasn't happy with the previous ones, and it was within like 30 days, they decided that the only thing I had to pay for was what I upgraded. And what I upgraded to this time is the transitions coating. And for those of you who don't know what the transitions coating is, basically it's like automatic sunglasses. So when you wear them in the sun, they gradually get a little darker like sunglasses. And I decided this time I was going to do that. I decided against it the first time because it didn't seem like it was going to be that big a thing, but I decided to go with it this time. And because that was the only thing that was changing from my previous order, except for the fact that I wanted just straight distance vision glasses rather than the progressive lenses. All they did is charge me the 40 bucks for the coating. So I was really surprised. I expected, like I said, it to be another $200, and you know, I was prepared to do that, and I actually had to question the guy. It's like, wait, did you screw up on the price here? 40 bucks? You know, I expected a lot more. And he said, no, because it's been less than 30 days, you know, all you're doing is paying for the for what's changed. And so, yeah, shout out to LensCrafters. Good job. They'll have my glasses in, they said, a week to 10 days, and that's about what it was last time. So that should drop right in the middle of my next weekend. So I'll catch up with you then, and we'll take a look at what we got. All right, everyone, it's been a couple weeks now since I shot that last scene, and I've gotten word now that my glasses are ready to pick up. Actually, I was kind of hoping that they'd be ready last weekend, but last weekend was my short weekend, and so that means the end of the weekend was Tuesday, and Tuesday came and went and they weren't ready. But when I was at work on Wednesday, I got a text message telling me that they were ready to pick up. So it's now Sunday. I just finished up the live stream, and we're gonna go over to the Richland Mall and pick up my new glasses. Hopefully those will work better than the progressive lenses. All right, here we are. You're probably familiar with this place because we've seen this place a few times in the past couple months. So going in to get my glasses, and I'll give you a sneak preview when I get out. All right, so now these are the new glasses, and I've walked around the mall a little bit, and now I'm walking around the outside of the mall, and I gotta say right off the bat, I like these a lot better. I like the fact that I can kind of look out of the sides of the lenses, out of the top, out of the bottom of the lens, and it's just a clear, clean image all around. Now, one of the things I have noticed is that there's an issue at kind of medium distance. See, when I have my reading glasses for looking at stuff close up, I have these glasses now for long distance, but there's like a region that starts about 4 feet away and goes to about 10 feet away where neither of the glasses are working really well for me. It's too close for these glasses, it's too far away for the readers, but I can deal with that because when I take off the glasses, my vision at kind of these medium distances is pretty good. So I'm like I said, I'm overall very happy with this. Ultimately, I think what I'll end up having to do is maybe get LASIK for the long distance stuff and then just go with the readers. But at this point, I'm happy with this. I like the progressive, or like the transition lenses. You can already see they're starting to get a little darker because I'm outside, and that's a good thing. And I'm really impressed with LensCrafters because they would have been completely justified, and I wouldn't have blamed them in the least if they charged me for a brand new set of glasses, because in reality they gave me a brand new set of glasses. The only thing I paid for this time was the transition lenses, so I got out of the door with these glasses for 40 bucks. So great job, LensCrafters. You would have been totally justified, and I wouldn't have been upset at all if I had to pay full price for the new ones, but they just took care of it. So great job, LensCrafters. I'm very happy with your service, and I'll definitely come back. So I think that's all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.